and thinks that they're all wrong. One's American and one is an Aussie. Talking about StarCraft 2 and the esports scene.
So you just kind of refresh?
No, what do you mean?
I mean, every week you decide what the most important things to pin are, and then you do it.
No.
Oh.
It's just if I notice that I've used something maybe once a week, every Tuesday, I might pin it.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I need to use it more than once a week, though. Turns out that's my threshold, more than once a week.
More than once a week. Okay.
Sorry, Audacity, you're out.
Poor Audacity.
Poor Audacity. Poor neglected Audacity that I've only ever used in my whole life for this podcast. So, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, your sleep schedule is still adjusting.
Yep.
Sounds terrible. Yep.
It's, I mean, the sleeping in is nice, right? But the problem is, I still try to go to bed at, like, the same time that I normally would. And I'm just not as tired as I normally would be.
Okay.
And so I feel like, I'm like, well, I should be asleep now. And so I get worried that I'm going to be tired in the morning, which I'm probably not, because I'm sleeping more. But that just worries me, and then I get bad sleep, and yeah, it's great.
Doesn't sound great, actually. Sounds the opposite, which would be bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. /S, yeah.
Yes. Well, anyway, I hope you adjust quickly. Soon.
I hope I have to adjust back soon.
Oh, really? Oh, no, you hope you have to. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I missed that part. Gotcha. I gotcha. Well, good. Excellent. Things are good over here. My son neglected to tell me about a science project he had until yesterday, and it was due today. So those are the best.
How did that science project go?
Not too bad, actually. Surprisingly good, considering how rushed it was.
Okay.
So bottom line, it was just the effects of surface area on water evaporation. So pretty simple, right?
Right.
So, we just set up 3 containers with different surface areas, put a quarter cup of water into each one, and then over the course of the day, we just kind of visually measured it to see how much it was shrinking, and then poured all of them back into the quarter cup, fourth a cup, to see how much was actually left after the experiment.
I feel like you've done this before. Like, you've talked about this on the podcast before, and your kid was like, but I don't want to do a control.
This exact experiment?
It sounds similar. I mean, I don't know. It's your kid's science experiments. I'm not going to remember it very well.
We did.
But
did we do something with boiling water last time? He's got a thing with
Maybe.
water. Because I do, now that you mention it, I do remember doing his last science experiment was water-based. But it wasn't evaporation.
It wasn't. Okay.
No.
Huh.
I want to say it was like, it was different containers. How fast would it take to boil?
Okay.
But what would the control be? Because I remember saying that too, but I don't know what it would be in that situation. I don't know.
I have no clue.
Anyway, it just ended with me going to Walmart at 8:30 at night to get a stupid trifold science fair poster board and printing stuff off and doing some last-minute coloring and gluing things. And anyway, it was fantastic. But, this is how I did science projects when I was his age, so it's fair, I suppose. I'm reaping the rewards for my own poor decisions when I was young. That's what kids are, by the way. They punish you for bad things you did when you were their age.
That's fair. Yeah. Anyway, I've been I was hanging out in Maynard's chat today.
Oh, how are things in Maynard's chat?
Going well.
Excellent.
For him, I guess. It's his stream. It's not mine. I wouldn't have a clue how well it's going.
I mean, you're there fairly often. You can tell if it's on fire or not, right?
Oh, yeah. I could tell if it was, like, burning down and he hasn't slept and his wife kicked him out or whatever. I could tell you that.
Right.
None of that's happened.
Okay, good.
But someone asked him a question of how to get into making StarCraft 2 content, right? Like, and he was just like, do it because you love it, don't try and make money. It was basically the TLDR. But someone mentioned Falcon Paladin.
Oh, fancy. Look at my minor amounts of fame.
And someone basically was just like, hey, Maynard, do you know who Falcon Paladin is? He goes, yeah, of course. And then the very next person, some guy by named Logan on Twitch, shout out to that guy, said, oh, weird, I had to unsubscribe from that guy.
Aw. Did he
And
say
so-
why?
I had to ask, and
Yeah.
this is what he said.
Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, you chatted it to me. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, it's not very constructive criticism just because I don't know exactly what was driving him insane, but it's cool.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's going to share it with us.
No.
It would require him to listen to the podcast, which is like an hour of you talking and driving him insane.
It's a good point. He'd probably never
Yeah.
do that.
Probably wouldn't do that.
I mean, I can kind of see it. I do have a very constant patter going on. I've
Sure.
kind of started trying to put in dead air moments in the cast. Just kind of let the game speak for itself every once in a while.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely most of the time I am just stream of consciousness going. So
Right.
if he doesn't like my style of speech, there's a lot of speech to be annoyed by.
But that's weird because there are so many Broodwar fans that listen to you on mute.
Yes, there are.
Well, they don't listen
At
to
least-
you; they watch you on mute.
At least 6 who have said they do that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Maynard knows me as the guy who just makes lings in team games, which is fair.
Maybe. And then Flo showed up and was like, "When are we doing 3v3s?" And I was like, "How about Friday?" And it
Yeah.
was like, all right. Yep.
Let's do it
Let's set a date, Florencio. Let's do it.
for sure. Good times. So speaking of Florencio,
Yeah.
like Pigs made this whole big thing out of the Florencio files, and people love it. He gets a lot of good response for it. He gets pretty good view counts when he puts them on YouTube. I mean, for his YouTube stuff. Like, it really does seem it's hard to be incredibly popular on both. It's either your Twitch or your YouTube, and spanning it's hard to do. Anyway. Anyway, the point is, when I cast Florencio stuff, I don't get nearly the attention. Like, it is fairly poorly viewed compared to my average stuff. And I've watched a few of his Florencio files, and I really think it's just Pig. It's just Pig's...
The dude's charisma.
The way he does Florencio, the way he casts Florencio is just far better than I can do it. It's much more entertaining, and like part of it is Florencio's really crazy strategies and what he does, but the other part is just Pig can sell it. Pig
Yeah.
just makes it
Yeah.
incredibly entertaining. So,
sure.
yep. So I had that epiphany the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, because somebody in chat earlier today posted Florencio files recently, I believe it was, where Flo got the building armor and SEV expansion upgrade for command centers and
Okay.
bunkers and stuff, whatever they call that now, I forget.
Neo steel framing.
Yeah, that's what it used to be called when it was only... Anyway, is that what they did? They just gave it the name and gave both abilities to the one thing?
Neo steel frame. Nope. Because as of patch 4.7.1, Neo steel frame was removed from Versus, so that can't be right.
Yeah. Upgrades, Neo Steel Armor. There you go. Neo Steel Armor. Increases the armor of all Terran structures by 2 and increases the cargo space of bunkers by 2 and the load space of command centers and planetary fortresses by 5. That's it.
Right.
So he rushes that upgrade and tries to planetary fortress rush a Protoss by bringing like 8 SCVs. So anyway, it was entertaining stuff. But again, just Florencio's way of doing it and his whole sewer mermaid thing and is good. It's very good. So and part of it is he, and this is something I've noticed, from the more popular casters, at least on Twitch, is that they're very willing to be like super critical, but it varies in intensity from caster to caster. Like Pig does it, but it seems more playful. But somebody else like Winter would do it and just be meaner about it, right?
I'll take your word for it. I've never watched Winter.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about with Pig, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But whereas I just feel really reluctant to do that. I feel like I'll go ahead and give some criticism, but I want to be constructive about it, and I kind of want to be gentle about it. But it seems like people are more bloodthirsty than that, and they're more interested in seeing someone really go for the jugular on the scale of somewhere between friendly jugular and like trying to murder you jugular, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm just nowhere near it. I'm just nowhere near that scale. I will express disappointment. I will express fatherly concern if you forget to get Ling Speed, but I'm not going to kill you over it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a stylistic thing, and I don't know that I could change that if I wanted to. I don't know if I could become that. It's just not, I don't know.
Well,
It's not who I am.
I don't think we need another of those people in StarCraft. We already have lots of those.
Apparently, yes. Apparently we do. Anywho. Yes. How the heck did we get there? Oh, yes. Manard stream. And then Florencio showed up, and then Florencio Files. Got it.
Right.
Got it. That's how we ended up there. But yeah, Somicron is a subscriber over there, so he sends over subscriber replays and Maynard cast stuff that we do on stream over at twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin and twitch.tv/Somicron.
Yep.
Somicron has real internet now, so he can actually stream stuff. If you've been there
Yeah.
before and you're like, this is potato stream, yes, it was. It's much better now, I promise. I've seen it.
Yeah. It actually works. I swear.
Yeah.
There's real frames and everything.
I know, they got frames in Australia last week, so it was a momentous occasion.
Yeah. I'm really excited for Halo Reach. I'm going to be streaming a lot of that, I think.
Ooh, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. December 3rd. Tune in.
Done. Put it on the calendar. Anyway, hey, guess what? Nation Wars is happening.
I heard about that, yeah.
I've not watched any of it, but I have been following it on Wikipedia.
Okay.
So it is the craziest format. I don't even know really how it works altogether, which is probably bad. But bottom line, we're in a more standard playoff format now. After all the insanity that's happened, this thing started in, according to Wikipedia, September 30th. So
Yeah. It's been going for a while.
and it's going to end December 8th. So we've got some time left, is what I'm saying. I mean, for something that has a prize pool of, I don't know, like $40,000, it's a really long time. Anyway, so we have our playoff teams here. And what's funny about it is a lot of these teams really only have one person that's just kind of carrying. Like, for example,
USA.
Italy. Well, I mean, M. Canning won some maps. Future beat Bly.
Wow.
He did.
Wow.
Come
Okay,
on.
yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
no. That's pretty good.
For
yeah.
U.S. StarCraft, beating Bly is not bad. If you're not
You're
new.
right. For the US, that's not bad.
Yeah. Right? Right. But like Italy, come on. Italy's Raynor. Raynor is carrying Italy.
Who else is on that team?
I don't even know. Let's find out. Participating nations, Italy is Raynor, Riosis, Ryu, and Garland. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, you got, like, other countries, fine. Germany's got Hero Marine, Showtime, Lambo, and TLO. Finland, there's another example. Cyril, and then Zhulang, the Mus Zero, and Fuser. No, I mean, I've heard of Zhulang, but he's not anywhere near the quality or caliber of the other.
Cyril.
Yeah, well, that's not fair. But even compared to, like, the second tier of other countries, right?
Right. Like I'm counting.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, like M. Canning. Okay, now I need to look. Has Zhulang taken a map off of anybody yet? Where the heck is Finland on this thing? Finland, where are you?
I'll tell you-
What group are you in?
I tell you who Finland dropped a map to.
Okay,
Goblin.
that's true. Goblin beats Cyril.
Yeah.
We'll hear about that.
That was a crazy game. The StarCraft 2 highlights guy on YouTube did
Yeah.
highlights of it, and man, that was crazy.
Oh, we need to post that in the Discord. Sock was asking about that one. If you can find it, post it in the StarCraft channel.
Sure, I can do that now.
please. Yeah, but basically he rushed carriers, got some void rays. No, he rushed. That was a Phoenix game, right?
Yeah, it was Phoenix
Yeah,
Void
Phoenix.
Ray. Phoenix Void Ray
Yeah.
and Charge Lots.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, bottom line, he got there, did a bunch of damage before Cyril's Hydras popped, and that was it. So
Well, I mean, yeah.
timings.
He, Cyril had like a bunch of queens, which is the response to Void Rays and Phoenix, right? But then he had
Yeah.
so many Phoenix, he just lifted all the queens,
Right.
which is ridiculous.
There's a critical mass of Phoenix where it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And same thing with Hydras. If you don't have a decent ratio of Hydra to Phoenix, they're just going to lift and kill you, especially because Hydras are light and take bonus damage from the Phoenix.
True facts.
Anyway, Zhuling has not won a map yet, so take that. He's only played one, though, so it's not really fair.
I don't know. How many have M. Canning played?
Canny. Well, in the group stages, he's played one. But Future has played two.
Ooh.
He beat Cass and Bly from Ukraine. Ha ha! Future's doing good. I do like Future. He's young. He's like 16 or 17. So I feel like, his story's not done. He's not super elite yet, but he can get there.
He could get
Burst
there.
onto the scene like Raynor did.
I doubt it.
Wow. Harsh.
He's
Okay.
not. He's not Zerg. It's not gonna happen.
That's the handicap?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he's American. So
Anyway.
Chill.
And then there's Mexico, which in fairness does have Cham. Cham and Special.
yeah.
We've got Germany and France, who both have really good teams, and then South Korea and Canada. Canada is like No Regret and Scarlet and the Riddler,
Mm-hmm.
famous Avalo cosplayer,
Yeah.
who's better than Avalo, so that's weird.
Significantly better.
Yeah.
And significantly less toxic.
Yeah, which is not hard.
Oh
but
yeah.
He manages to pull it off.
Yeah. It's true.
Bum. Where is Canada's team? There it is. Scarlet, No Regret, and the Riddler, and Print F.
Oh yeah.
Who does he have dual citizenship? He does. He's got American Canadian citizenship. He's like, I thought he was an American. He's both. Neat.
Yep. Neat.
So yeah, playoffs here. Coming soon. I mean, the heavy favorite here is Korea, as they usually are. But remember, about 3 or 4 years ago, Marine Lord had the best streak of his entire life and won Nation Wars all by himself that one time.
It's
So,
true. Are
Strange things happen in Nation Wars.
Are we doing like predictions or any bets on this bracket?
I mean,
If you want,
if you want to, I'm down.
I don't mind. Can I have a look? Can you send me a link?
Yeah, for sure.
Because
His narration and talking started driving me insane. Wow. All right.
we'll have that on our shirt by Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. It's a pretty good shirt.
Alright, so Italy, Mexico, Italy versus Mexico. Also, could one of them please change their flag just a little bit?
Oh, come on. If you're going to go down that rabbit hole, there are so many countries that have identical flags.
But yeah.
Virtually identical flags.
And you know what? They should change too.
They should. I mean, this is coming from Australia, who has the same flag as like 6 other countries, basically.
Name those 6 other countries.
That have like the whole Great Britain with the stars and the dark blue thing going. Yeah. Come on.
There's nothing wrong with having a theme, right?
Oh. Well, I mean, red, white, and green is a theme.
Right,
So-
but they're nearly identical, right? There's no variation there. There's like a tiny little symbol
There-
in the middle, and that's it.
That's it. That's the variation.
That's
you can
not
tell at a
that's
glance.
Not enough variation.
Fine.
I want to see like
Fine.
Italy or Mexico take on like Maryland. Maryland's flag, the state flag.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I would love to see one of them do like that sort of thing, just to differentiate themselves. No one would ever get them confused again.
Fair.
Yep.
You're right. They wouldn't. But it's far too late for that. Nobody's changing their country's flag just for ease of distinguishment.
No, of course not.
Nope. Nope.
Then we have Finland and USA,
Yeah, sure do.
Germany versus France, and South Korea versus Canada.
I mean, I'd say the most competitive, just from top to bottom, is Germany versus France. Those are two complete squads.
Yeah.
The rest of it's either like really top heavy or it's just Korea. So
Well, I mean,
if we're gonna do any betting here, we just have to remove Korea from the pool. I think they're just too heavy favorites.
do
You
we
think
though?
so?
Do we though? You don't.
I
think?
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Who's on Korea? Let's.
well, it's innovation, stats, and Sue. And fantasy as a substitute. I don't know why they have substitutes.
I don't know, especially since fantasy literally just retired.
Yeah, like substitute. Like if somebody falls ill or something, what are we substituting for?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I guess. So Inno, stats, and Sue, which is honestly abjectly terrifying.
Yeah.
Not that Inno's had a fantastic year.
No.
Um,
No.
Stats made it to BlizzCon. Sue made it to BlizzCon.
Stats did not make it to BlizzCon.
He did. Well, if you're counting the round of 16, which I am.
Oh, yeah, well, okay. If I made it to BlizzCon, you mean didn't have to go to Anaheim? Yes.
Yes. I've made it to the final 16 best players on Earth. WCS Global Finals.
Sure. He made
Okay.
it to Seoul BlizzCon. Yeah.
Fine. Anywho, it's a pretty good team.
It's a pretty good team. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. The problem with... We can do predictions. I don't mind that. But the problem with betting on the countries, like you said, it's really just France and Germany that have complete teams other than South
Yep.
Korea. And it's like, well, I could bet on Mexico. But boy, do I not want to really put my money where my mouth is on people other than special in a tournament. Right?
Right, but you don't have to, is the thing. They throw out their best player first, and if they drop a map, then we rotate in.
Right, but that's the...
Actually, no, that doesn't seem true at all. How does this work? So, like, Italy versus Canada, Raynor beats the Riddler, and then they throw in Riosis, who beats No Regret, and then it's Ryu's turn, who falls to Scarlet, and then it's back to Raynor for the last two maps. What?
Yeah,
I
so
don't know how any of this works.
that's another reason why we should avoid this is because they have the revival mechanic where it's like you both send out players, right? Like this person versus this person, and then the next match is someone else versus someone else, and then after the third match, whoever's still alive on like the team that's won that last one has to stay, and then you start reviving your best player, and you get to revive once or twice. I'm not sure. It's a really weird system. I don't understand it.
Let's not bet on it. Good call.
Yeah.
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 Cool. All right. Anyway, I mean, obviously, France notwithstanding, it's Korea's to lose at this point.
You don't think Finland can carry... you don't think Cyril can carry Finland?
I mean, what happened last year? Because Korea definitely won the last one, and Cyril was Cyril. Here, let me see. Finland beat Germany, and then... Wow. And then Sue just wrecked Finland. Beat Zhulang, Cyril, the Must Zero, and then Cyril again. Okay. Yeah, so basically Sue just went on a tear.
Oh, he all killed them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. And Sue is back.
And Innovation all killed Italy. And Special all killed... Or Cham all killed Brazil. Holy smokes. Sorry, Brazil. Way to make it to the quarterfinals, though.
Yeah.
Kelezer, Eric, Turkey Dano.
What? This was like March last year, though.
It was.
This was-
2018.
This was like Cyril ramping up.
True. You're right. It
No.
wasn't BlizzCon winner Cyril yet.
Yeah. Or even like
Yeah.
two-time WCS champion Cyril. It was just,
No.
I think it might have been WCS champion Cyril.
Right.
One time.
Like, look at this guy go
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
Can you do it again?
Good point. So, yeah, it's interesting. Cyril full power, Raynor full power. Is that enough to beat Korea's full squad?
You know
I
what
mean, Dark's not there, so...
It's true.
I'm still putting money on Korea, though. I can't see it. It's just too many good players.
You don't think France will excel with the home team, like home field advantage?
Maybe. How much does home field advantage matter in StarCraft?
I don't know. Nothing, I imagine, except for jet lag.
Yeah. I mean, Petit Drogo, Clem, and Marine Lord is not bad. That's pretty good.
I mean, you don't think Marine Lord can have another good run?
I know, right? Just go Super Saiyan.
Ultra Instinct Marine Lord.
That would be amazing. It'd be like, Marine Lord can't do much except at Nation Wars where he wrecks.
Yeah.
It's like how Cyril's incredible unless he plays against Raynor. France, Marine Lord is only great at Nation Wars.
Reverse kryptonite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he gets his energy from Soul, from human sun. That's what Nation Wars is. So I don't know. Are you feeling confident enough about it that you don't think Korea will win, that you're willing to bet?
Not that I'm willing to bet.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because of all the other random players that are involved, which they get a free trip to Paris, which congratulations, I hope you have fun, but I think the Koreans and the relatively well-known pros are going to stomp everyone else. I don't think we can handle.
Feels like it. To me, it really feels like Cyril, Raynor, or Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the bet, however, that we get a ZVZ finals?
Pretty heavy?
The final game.
Right. Yeah.
Because as it's a team format and South Korea has innovation, there's theoretically going to be a ZVT in there somewhere.
Hope so.
Yep. It'd be great if Korea gets through the entire thing and doesn't even have to field innovation. That'll be hilarious.
That'd be amazing. I want to see Canada do well. I want Scarlet to kick some butt. Let's do this. It's been a while.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. But it's been a while is the problem.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Amazing. All right. Good. Nation Wars is fun. Home Story Cup is a lot of fun, too. They're going to overlap a bit.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
No, I think it'll be fine. But they're going to overlap a little bit. That's all.
Yep. I did see someone on Reddit had a Home Story Cup 20 survival guide, and I was having a quick look through it, and I wish I could find it now, but I can't. There's apparently going to be a water slide contest with a prize pool of $1 for which pro gamer.
Water slide contest?
Yeah, I'm just guessing here, but I think it's whichever pro gamer can go down the water slide the most interesting, like on stream or something. I don't know how this works, but they're gonna win $1.
Can we like double that prize pool? I'll throw them another $1. $1 is really sad.
I think it's just for the memes. But
Sure. But you want these players motivated.
hey, man,
How creative can you be for $1, honestly?
I have no idea.
Also, is this an indoor water slide? It's November.
November in Germany, yeah. Indoor.
Yeah. It's cold, man.
It's an indoor
Okay, fine.
tropical paradise resort.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah. So, shirtless Roddy, fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is. It's all a plot just to get shirtless Roddy. He's not even playing.
I mean, he'll be casting.
Sure. Caster player wet t-shirt contest.
That's funny.
Man, Sock would be into that. She does not listen to the podcast though, but she loves her some Serral.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Yep.
self-censoring, engaged.
I just didn't have a way to finish the sentence. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's all. It's no,
We can hold on a second here if you need a minute.
no, it's fine.
Anyway, enough StarCraft. Did you watch My Hero Academia?
No.
Oh my gosh. All right. It was good. There's more action than the last episode, so I appreciated that.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this is a trend that's going to continue until the season's over, and then I will binge.
Oh, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
It's like my buddy at work who's just going to wait until Rick and Morty is over and binge it. So every week I'm like, I have so much things to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do
Everybody's just in the binging mentality.
I'm going to do that with Rick and Morty too, but it'll be because that's how it is released here.
That's fair.
Yeah.
At least in that case.
Yeah, well, pardon, go.
No, I'm just saying in that case you have an excuse.
Yeah,
That's
I have an excuse. What I am going to do, though, is watch The Mandalorian.
Oh, gosh dang it. Don't give me another assignment. I have too much TV to watch already.
So just drop Rick and Morty or My Hero Academia.
I mean, in fairness, The Mandalorian is short. It's not hour-long episodes is all I'm saying.
Is it not?
Nope.
I have no clue because Disney Plus only came out here like an hour ago,
Yeah.
and I haven't
Yeah.
bothered to get it yet.
I only know because people have complained about it.
Oh,
Should
that
be
is-
an hour long. So it's
yeah.
not.
I think, you know what? I can have, without having seen it, I can already tell you they're right.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I mean, I have heard good.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't. I don't have to make you drop something because knowing my luck, you'll drop Cowboy Bebop.
That's too much. Too much things.
Mm-hmm.
And I started watching Watchmen, which is an hour long.
Okay.
All right, so here's how this is gonna work. Mr. Robot, I feel like is almost over.
Okay.
Quick check. Mr. Robot, season 4. By the way, this week's episode was wow. It was wow. Is all I'm gonna say about it.
What happened? Tell me, because I already know I'm never gonna watch it. But if it's like
Oh.
mind-blowingly wow, right?
Spoiler alerts.
Yep.
So if you are watching Mr. Robot and don't know what happened in episode 4, like, don't listen. Actually, hold on. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh man.
dun, dun, dun. List
got-
of episodes. Okay, so previous episodes were 12 seasons long. We just did episode 8. Oh, I have 4 more episodes. Okay. Anyway. It's really good. So, I mean, Mr. Robot, like a major reason I like it is they get computer stuff right, which TV never does in movies. They actually care, and it's really incredible.
Insert the two hackers, one keyboard scene from NCIS. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And again, word on the street is they were just trying to out-ridiculous each other at that point. But even when they're trying, it's bad. So, yeah. So, I mean, here, it's actually, they're using Linux. It's command line stuff. Like, stuff they talk about makes perfect sense. Which, again, the average person doesn't know and doesn't care. They can do magic things with computers that are not realistic and nobody notices. I get it.
Right.
It's like watching hospital stuff with my mom. I can watch ER back in 1995 and not have a problem with it, and it drives her insane because she's a nurse. But anyway, I like it for that reason. Bottom line, Mr. Robot is an alternate personality that the main character, Elliot, has. So Mr. Robot exists to protect him, basically. They're antagonistic at first, and then they kind of come to an understanding, and they work together on things. And there's never really an answer as to why he exists. Because, like, he's protecting him from something. But every time Elliot starts trying to think about that, Mr. Robot doesn't let him do it. And so there's like, all right, something happened. What is it? Yeah. So bottom line, what it comes down to is it is a 56-minute long episode without commercials. So this is a long episode of TV that takes place entirely in this apartment in New York City. And it's basically just this one dude trying to dig in and figure out what happened in Elliot's past that he needs Mr. Robot.
Okay.
So bottom line, we know his backstory. His dad died of cancer. His mom left when he was, I don't know, a certain age. Anyway, he was basically forced to take care of himself and his sister, and it's really sad. So bottom line, what it comes down to is there's digging, and he finally remembers that his dad was sexually abusing him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's really bad. So that's what Mr. Robot was protecting him from, was basically not allowing him to remember those events, not allowing him to do things that would trigger those memories, and just, like, putting up a wall around it. So he never processed it. Like, he never went through the emotional processing stage of dealing with it at all. So here he is, like 23, 24, finally coming to full terms with what happened. Anyway, it is rough TV, but it was so good. So super good. So I am on board. I've always been on board. But this was good. And I mean, on the Mr. Robot subreddit, the general prevailing theory for the last few episodes anyway has been, yeah, a lot of the show has some grand themes about big epic plans and maybe time travel's involved and some weird sci-fi aspects are involved here, but I think at the end it's really just about emotions. It's really just about people dealing with trauma in their own ways and how that affects them. So we will see. We will see what happens next, but it was some really good TV. So Mr. Robot, good stuff.
Fair enough.
Also, some dude gets stabbed in the back, so that's exciting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yep.
So that was good.
What was it? Oh, okay. Fucking Discord gave me a notification. Let's get the shit out. But whenever someone mentions like a story about people dealing with trauma, I always go back to Grimgar, the anime that I love, which has a terrible source material that I made you read.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's like my go-to TV show for dealing with trauma.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. That's You started.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
A dude also gets stabbed in the back in that, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
The parallels. Anyway, so that was good. Mr. Like, Rick and Morty was also kind of sad. So like, it was a bit of a sad few episodes of TV last night. Yeah. But My Hero Academia was uplifting, and Cowboy Bebop was still a lot of fun.
Yep.
So that's nice.
Good. I think we just need a minute. Palate cleanse.
And how? I was going to bring up Jeffrey Epstein, which is not a palate cleanser.
Okay, sure.
We talked about this on the pod? I don't think we have.
I don't think we have. The guy got murdered in prison or something. I get fuzzy on the details. Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, this Jeffrey Epstein guy is a huge dirtbag who was accused of basically facilitating the abuse of children by the rich and powerful.
Don't smear the good name of dirtbag with Jeffrey Epstein, right?
Is there someone named Dirtbag?
Well, Weezus, but how many people do you think listening will get that joke? By the way.
Everybody who's like over 30.
I'm under 30s and I made it.
True.
Yeah.
25?
Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, keep going. I won't.
Anyway, so he has been like arrested for this 4 other times before, and then gotten off on bail and charges were dropped, and it was just like, it basically went away.
Right. So
this time, for whatever reason, it's different. He gets a lot more publicity. He gets arrested. He gets taken to a federal facility. And everyone's like, holy crap, this is a big thing. this guy's involved in this humongous pedophile ring of the rich and the powerful worldwide. And he's got this pedophile island that people go to and do whatever they want. He just facilitates all of this stuff, right? So he's in a federal facility. He tries to commit suicide, but they stop him because he's in this facility that's intended particularly for suicide risks. Because I mean, I can think of a lot of reasons why he'd want to kill himself. One, child molesters and those involved in that do really poorly in federal prison in the U.S. So you really don't want to get involved there. Also, there's, if you talk about this kind of stuff, maybe bad things happen to your family. So I can just think of reasons why he'd want to kill himself. So that happens. And then 2 weeks later, he successfully commits suicide in this same facility 2 weeks after he tried and failed. So bottom line, this is one of two things. This is either the grossest of gross incompetence that this man, who could potentially have testified and broken open a giant pedophile ring, was allowed to commit suicide because of an accident, because the guards who were supposed to be watching him just accidentally left their posts or fell asleep, because the cameras that were supposed to be watching him accidentally glitched out. You know what I mean? Either it's the worst possible accidental, terrible outcome, which is horrible, or some strings were pulled that made it easier for him to commit suicide and just make this whole thing go away.
Right.
Because now that he's dead, it's over. The story's done at this point. The Epstein didn't kill himself memes can go all they want. It's not going to result in anything because there's nothing else. There are no other people that were that involved in this that could have broken it open as wide as Epstein could have.
Right.
So it sucks. It's a bad thing. There's enough whisperings and enough rumors that there are high level people around the world involved in this stuff, that it's one of the more discouraging and disturbing aspects of humanity that I can think of. There's a lot of stuff that if you think about it makes you sad about people, but this one alone is it might be the worst in my opinion.
Certainly the worst in recent memory. Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
The more you roll back the clock, you're gonna come up across more and more cases of just horrific things, right?
For sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, there's he apparently had this black book where he kept contact information of the people who were involved. And there have been those people who have released copies of the book, but I don't know. It's not like it's really verifiable. You don't know if it's really real or not. You can't really take it to court.
Yeah.
So it's really bad stuff. I mean, just the theories about it, the reason this happens is because the rich and powerful run out of things to do with their money, and all that's left of them is the taboo stuff that they're not allowed to do. And it's just I don't get it, but again, I don't have $800 million, so I'm not in those shoes.
Do you think having $800 million would make you a pedophile?
I don't think so, but again, not in those shoes.
Right.
How many people that are there now and involved in this stuff, when they were, 23, 24, said, yes, if I ever get a lot of money, I'm totally going to have sex with young girls. Come on.
I have no idea. Probably one or two. But I don't think it's a facet of having $800 million. I think it's the facet of having always had $800 million.
Oh.
Right?
You think it's you were born this way kind of a thing? With a silver spoon in your mouth?
Well, in your ass, for them. But...
Gross.
Apt. But... Yeah, I think people who never have had limits generally tend not to recognize limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those are the stories of the kids that are born rich. Their parents never teach them anything, and they do horrible, terrible things.
Right. Because, I mean, there are people like Elon Musk who has to put it figuratively, a boatload of money. And he's not a pedophile, as we're recording.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I'm not saying everybody.
Well, no, but there was an implied connection there, I think, with what you said.
That's fair. And I should clarify. I'm not saying it's an everybody thing. I'm just saying for some people, they have all the money in the world. They're richer than God. They don't know what to do with it. And so it just becomes, let's do the things that are taboo. Because otherwise, what am I going to do? Buy another car? At some point.
I mean, sure. I don't know. I feel like maybe these people are lacking imagination, because if I had $800 million, it's like, sure, I could buy another car, or I could put the car on the moon. And I know which one I would do.
Yeah. Well, that's the Musk method of just doing crazy things with all of your money.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or that British guy who invented his own Iron Man flight suit by strapping jet engines to his arm. I would do that.
That's fair. This could be just a complete failure of imagination for some people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's the frustration. Like, one, with the Epstein meme, number one, I do think he killed himself, but the trick is he was allowed to kill himself. So it's like splitting hairs. Fine.
Right.
I don't think somebody went into his cell and strangled him. I don't.
As far as the meme goes, I did not know there was a meme about this. I had legitimately just seen a headline that said some medical examiners who had gotten their hands on the medical report suggested that some of the injuries could have been inflicted in self-defense, and that it shouldn't have been ruled one way or the other definitively.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I'd literally
I saw
just
that.
read a headline. I'm not, surprisingly, I'm not a big memer.
I guess not. You must not be on Reddit, because every subreddit is in on this thing now. It's not just the meme subreddits.
I mean, I'm on Reddit a lot. I've got it open right now. I've never seen a Jeffrey, okay, I'm not a big comment guy. I don't go reading through the comments. Is it that where it is? 'Cause it's not in the posts.
Oh, it is, for sure. Epstein didn't kill himself works itself into a lot of original posts.
In, gaming and the My Hero Academia subreddit? Or
Maybe not My Hero Academia.
Or what about, catastrophic failure? I don't see it there.
Search Epstein and sort by top posts of all time.
Include.
You'll get a good
NSFW.
sampling.
Top subreddit is conspiracy, which is great. I feel like that's.
Well, that's the other thing, is the conspiracy subreddit, which is largely insane, was on this Epstein thing a long time ago. So for this to happen, it's just validated every single thing anyone has ever said in that subreddit in their eyes. It's very interesting.
Fair enough.
Are you seeing the memes? Do I need to link you to memes?
No, I found some
You
memes.
found them? Okay,
Yes.
good.
I found
Alright,
one where
fine.
it's Elmo in a room that's hand drawn, and it's the night before he was killed, colorized, and it's just Elmo screaming into the void. I don't understand the meme. I don't get I've never seen this format, but sure, it's a meme.
But it's Epstein didn't kill himself meme?
Well, theoretically, yeah.
What do you mean theoretically? Does it say anything about Epstein in the meme?
Well, it says the night before he was killed, whether or not he killed himself is, yeah.
Maybe. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway,
Don't-
whatever.
don't-
It's
I don't-
fine.
Yep.
I believe you. It's fine. But I'm just saying, the frustration is, yes, congratulations. You can keep this in the public eye for a while by memeing it. But I don't think anybody involved is shaking in their boots. They're like, oh no. Reddit's memeing about this. We're all going to go to federal prison now. It's like,
No.
they don't care.
No. If someone went to prison every time someone on Reddit memed, the US would have a much bigger population problem than it already does. Right?
It's hard to do, to be honest. There's a lot of people in prison.
Right. But even if you just narrowed it down to this is the FBI, open up, right? Memes, there's still an intangible amount, not intangible, an unquantifiable amount of memes on Reddit of that particular variety.
True.
You can't narrow that down to a number that's even remotely workable.
Nope, definitely not.
Yeah.
Too many zeros.
Yeah, I don't think anyone looks at Reddit memes and goes, oh no, I'm in trouble.
No, definitely not.
No.
I just... I don't know. I just want somebody in Washington to be like, we're investigating this. The end. Like, we're going to dig into this thing until it's figured out. Instead of everybody just being like, Epstein's dead. Guess we're done.
I assure you the FBI still has a case file open.
Well, sure. But open doesn't mean anything.
Well, open means under active investigation, I would imagine.
That's all.
Okay.
More sad stories
Yep.
for sad podcast.
Sad podcast. Yeah.
Sad dog.
Better than last week's podcast, which
Was last week sad?
last week's podcast was so unbelievably boring I didn't put it out.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Like, your voice had gone, right? And I'd woken up from a nap and was so low energy. That podcast was terrible. No one should listen to it.
We did so much work, though. My voice was going away, and I fought through it.
Yeah. No. Not happening.
Wow. Okay. Let us know in the Discord if you want to hear the lost podcast that Samakran unilaterally decided to get rid of.
Destroyed all the tapes, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have at least half of it, so if you want to hear my half, let me know.
I still have all of it, don't worry.
I know.
For the time being. Yeah. Do you have a sports minute? Or...
I do, but I do want to share one thing from Silicon Valley, though, on HBO.
Sure.
So, there's a character who is a very strange character. Anyway, his parents gave him up for adoption and put him in the system when he was very young. And then he finds out they're still alive when he's like, I don't know, 26, 27 years old.
Okay.
So he goes to meet them, and they're fine with meeting him. So they invite him in, and they're chatting. And they're like, yeah, we already had 2 kids, and boy, having the 3rd kid, it was really hard. When we took flights places, the seating arrangements just didn't make sense anymore. When you have 4, you can just line up in first class and have 2 here and 2 here. But, with the 3rd kid, it was just so much harder to make that work. So we just couldn't keep you around. He was like, you gave me up because of your first class flying arrangements. So he's so sad. And then he finds out they had another kid after they gave him up, and they named him the same name that he has.
Huh.
It's the saddest thing. And it made me laugh anyway, because it was sad. And it was funny.
The sad part about that is it's probably based on a true story.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah. Someone's done that. Absolutely. Like, I think I've actually heard stories about people who were like, yeah, we gave up one kid and then named the next kid the same thing.
Right.
Like, I think that's definitely happened.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I hope not often, but yep.
Yep.
And I mean, part of what sells the whole scene is the parents are entirely unapologetic. Like, they don't think they've done anything wrong. They're just like, yeah, this is what we did, and it's nice to meet you. Please leave now. Oh, amazing.
That's great.
All right. Sports Ball Minute.
Sure.
Sports Ball Minute.
You have to do it in that voice. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Sports Ball Minute.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Boy, the Lakers are really good, huh? They beat the Hawks 122-101. Yes, AD's playing well. Dwight's playing well. LeBron is playing well. But I got to say, I don't believe in any of those guys continuing to play this well throughout the whole season. Watch this space now. The Rockets are number 2 in the West, which I hate because I hate James Harden. He's playing extremely well again. Great regular season guy. We'll see how it is in the playoffs. Somehow the Jazz are in 4th place at 8-4 on having won a bunch of their games, but lost a few head scratchers as well. I'm not quite sure what to make of this team, and the fact that I don't know what to make of this team and they're in 4th place in the West is actually not bad. The Suns are the big surprise this season at 7-4 in 5th place in the West. They were picked to be among one of the worst teams in the entire league this year, but instead doing pretty well. 7-4. Ricky Rubio killing it for Phoenix after kind of flaming out with the Jazz last year. And we'll see how things go into the rest of the season, the West is going to be a bloodbath.
Stop.
Did I nail it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was a little bit of a slow start, right? With the
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
True.
But other than
True.
that, yes. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Excellent.
Pretty on the dot.
Cool. All right. Anything else we should talk about today?
No, that I can think of. Unless you want me to complain about Pokemon Sword and Shield, or just Sword, I guess, because I don't have Shield.
Do it.
It's terrible. Don't buy it.
Okay, fair enough. I've seen some of your tweets.
Yeah.
Some of them seemed fairly positive.
One of them was kind of positive, right?
Yeah.
The other one was an actual critique of the game, which is its draw distance is really bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It
was really bad. You're like, there are people under that bridge. I'm like, that's not that far away. How is that draw distance? It's like 50 feet.
Yeah, and it's not even like a big area, right? Like that's a city area where you imagine, because there's lots of buildings around, the draw distance for people would be further because you don't have to load the buildings in it like that are in a distance. There are areas in the game where you actually have full 360 mouse, like right stick control, so you can look around, camera control.
Yeah.
But you don't in cities. Your camera's locked in cities. So
So they don't even have to worry about it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
when you're in the outdoor areas where you can't control, you can see ages off, like 4, 5, 6, 10 times that distance. And man, stuff isn't there that you. Oh boy. Yeah. And
Which
go.
I just wish Nintendo cared more about Pokemon as a property. It seems like they kind of half-ass a lot of what they do with it.
I don't know. I think they care about it enough that they put like Pikachu in everything, like it's in Smash, and you know, you can probably buy like a Pikachu branded Nintendo Switch and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the actual main games, that's Niantic, otherwise known as the Pokemon Company.
Right.
Right. And they're working off Nintendo's hardware, and it's not like they can be like, hey, Nintendo, make a Switch with better hardware so we can have a better game. Right.
Ouch.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Not like they can do that. Although the big thing that really annoys me about the Switch is in docked mode, it actually runs worse. Like if you...
What?
Because the screen is 720p, right?
Yeah.
But then you dock it, and most people's TVs are 1080, so it has to output at a higher resolution. Meaning games run worse.
Fantastic. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So 2 thumbs down from the Pokemons.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's still there's the whole big controversy about them ditching like more than half of the original Pokemon. Not even just like
Yep.
the originals, just like even all the expanded stuff. Like most stuff got cut.
Yep.
And then it's like, oh, the first character you're like introduced to is like the world champion of the region or whatever. It's the region champion, not the world champion. But his Pokemon is a Charizard, and it's like, oh, I guess I know why you wanted to keep Charizard. It's like, oh, because it's important. Not because it's a better Pokemon. It's just, it's a more impressive Pokemon that can do the things that this character needs to do in this story. Which is why he just pops up everywhere, because Charizard can fly. But, so, like, even moving along from that, they always add in, like, a new dumb system. And this one, it's Dynamaxing, where your Pokemon...
Dynamax.
Your Pokemon can grow to 30 feet tall.
Oh my gosh. That's way cooler than I thought it would be based on the name Dynamax.
Right, but it's only in certain places and under certain events. And the first time I did it, I was I stumbled across a random Pokemon. Oh, it's not even like random based encounters now. You can see them on the world map. Which is okay, I guess. It's a little Pokemon Go-ish for my tastes. But...
Who likes Pokemon Go anymore, honestly?
Yeah, exactly, my brother. But,
Yeah.
what was I going to say? Yeah, I started versing like a Machop, which is like Pokemon from like Gen 1. And it's 30
I know
feet
what
tall.
a Machop is.
Okay.
And it's 30 feet tall. Okay.
And it's 30 feet tall. But to fight it, I had to search for other players online and do a 4v1 battle.
No, I don't want to play with other people in Pokemon. What is this?
It gave me the option to just bot them, which I did. But I don't want. And by the way, there's always in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen it going, we're searching for other players, right? It has that like Street Pass Pokemon Go-esque thing where it's like we're looking for other players so you can swap your like your battle cards and whatever other crap they've thrown into it. Like has a trading card, like almost like baseball card, like where you trade with other people and you can like make one for you and like other people you meet you can swap them. I don't care. I don't want any of that. And you can't get rid of the notification in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen saying searching.
Wow.
Searching,
Yeah, that's bad.
searching.
I disapprove of this
Yes.
entirely.
It's awful. Not to mention they mechanically lowered the skill level of many of their mechanics. Like TMs in the original Pokemon would break after one use, so you could only train them to one Pokemon, which meant you had to be careful with them. Now you can give them to as many as you want. Right?
Okay.
Normally you had to pay for repellent, right? As like a consumable item if you didn't want to get random encounters. Now if you just walk slowly through the tall grass, you won't get encounters.
As long as you go slow.
Yeah. Escape ropes
Okay.
used to be like another thing if you want to quickly get out of like a dungeon or a mine or whatever. Now you just get one and it has unlimited uses, right? It's just... Oh, and also, you get out of a battle and all your Pokemon get XP. It's like, oh, you don't even have to train them individually. You just have to have them nearby.
I mean, sounds kind of nice.
Sounds... Back in my day, we had to train all our Pokemon individually, and we liked it.
Yeah. There you go.
Stupid casual Pokemon.
Casuals.
Filthy casuals.
Yeah. No, I
Yep.
get it.
Rant
I do want to give a one-word review for Google Stadia, though.
Is it laggy?
But. That's
Butt?
it. It's but.
It's butt?
It's
Oh.
but. It's no
Plural?
good at all. I have yet to read a positive thing about it, so don't get it.
Okay, don't get it.
You probably already know this, but don't get Stadia.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, cool. I need to.
All right. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Falcon Paladin Hour. Please check out the merch store as well as the Patreon page to support the podcast directly and help Somicron adjust to his new stupid work schedule. We also have new merch, so check that out for sure. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out with us today, and you take care of yourself.